So in case you missed this, Kenny Easley, the Hall of Fame safety from the Seattle Seahawks, died the other day. It's very, very interesting. NFL held a moment of silence for Kenny Easley, and they keep it very football. NFL.com does a story about the death of Kenny Easley, keeps it very football. However, if you read the piece in the New York Times / The Athletic by Devin Henderson, he mentioned something that the NFL does not want you to talk about, which is Kenny Easley is traded by the Seahawks to the Cardinals, and he gets a physical and reveals kidney failure, and they needed a transplant ultimately. His career ended before he was 30. Tests administered by Phoenix uncovered a creatine toxicity level of 22. Anything above 10 was considered life-threatening, with normal readings falling between 0.5 and 1.7. So he was 22. Doctors were amazed Easley had been able to play. Easley sued trainers, team doctors, and the manufacturer of Advil after his diagnosis. He alleged all parties contributed to the kidney damage he suffered from ingesting between 16 and 20 ibuprofen tablets daily for 3 months after an ankle injury. So basically, and this, I went through this with the Walter Payton book, Kenny Easley is being given just a insane level of painkillers to take to treat something. Painkillers by team doctor. And he sues, and it's settled out of court. The NFL does not want you to know this. The NFL does not want this discussed. Just like the NFL never brings up CTE in any way, shape, or form. Notice how you never see players suffering with CTE talking about CTE in any kind of NFL charitable movement or a player brought back to have his number retired. It never comes up. The NFL does not want you to know, desperately does not want you to know that while he was a football player, Kenny Easley was basically taking pills, and that team doctors are saying you should do this. All right. And that is the difference. When people say, like, I think it's viable as an aspiring journalist to get a job at NFL.com or MLB.com because these are places are hiring in a tough media market. But don't be fooled. The difference between working for a place like the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal, the Washington Post, even Fox News or MSNBC versus the league itself is the league is going to spew bullshit PR. And in this case, the last thing they want you to think about in regards to Kenny Easley is what caused his kidney problems, which led to his death, which is medication that was endorsed and approved by the NFL and NFL trainers. And that is an important part of the Kenny Easley story that the National Football League desperately doesn't want people to talk about.